Hi, I'm Swatches, and welcome to episode 9 of Minecraft Maniacs. And this apparently sent me to the wrong nether portal. So I'm gonna have to build a new nether portal and link them up. So I've went ahead and dug a path over to get to where we should be, and assuming I've done my math right, which shouldn't be difficult because I'm just dividing two numbers by 8, and I have a calculator. Hopefully I've placed this in the right spot, and hopefully they will link up. So let's find out. I've never linked up with anything before. Yay, I came out at the right hole. Okay. And now let's go this way. Woohoo! Successfully linked up some nether portals. Yay! So the plan is, in here we're basically going to make our own little nether hub that we'll use to connect over to the main thing, which should be over in that direction. As well as connect to various other nearby relevant points that we might want to get to. Like we have some neighbors down there, Bearcrafter's not too far away, as well as Nero, as well as the gravel farm, and wherever eventually we wind up having like witch farms and guardian farms and stuff. And straight above us, the goal is to go ahead and put in something that will break some bedrock for us, so we can go ahead and make a ghast farm up there. So, yay! I'm pretty happy. I've never linked up nether portals before. But one of the things I would like to try though is, because we do get quite a few pigmen just wandering out here, I want to see if I can make this nether portal activated by redstone. So you would basically walk over some plates here that would turn the thing on, and after a certain amount of time it would flick back off. And see if when you come through on the other side, if it relights this portal, or if it just makes its own little portal. Hopefully it'll relight the portal. And I suppose if it doesn't, we can also see if the portals happen to be the same size, because I do like the size, and it'll give us a nice place to put our symbol that we're planning on using. So I'm gonna do some experimenting, and I'll be back shortly. So I've gone ahead and just quickly exchanged this out for the iron out for string, since we hadn't gotten any iron yet. And I do actually need some string, so I can make bows for dispensers. Which isn't something I had honestly considered. But that's fine, and I suppose it means we have 2 more iron ingots now, because they're not stuck locked up in that thingamajigger. So I've sort of started on the nether hub down here a little bit. That will be where all the stuff will go. I'm thinking of like a big octagon in here with some stuff going up towards the ceiling, as well as there will be the is that really dangerous noises? Or is that just nether music? Anyway, we have the start of the nether hub area, and I can finally go ahead and light up the nether portal that should bring us back to our home base. Please don't make another nether portal again. Oh. Yay! There we go. And I'll go ahead and put some purple concrete behind here, so we can go ahead and decorate it with the plant symbol we're going to use, as well as it makes the nether portal look more vibrant. So, that's all. Still have quite a bit more work left to do. Ah! Why are these creepers afraid of the kitties? Thanks. You had one job. Literally one job. You know what you did? You know what you did. Colors, so we'll have red, orange, yellow, light green, light blue, dark blue, and purple. And then we'll have the other colors like the magenta and the pink inside the outer circle, and then we'll use basically dark gray as an accent color like we do in the overworld build. I had to build a new concrete mixer though, just a little one for now, because my big one has the problem that it apparently loses the shulker boxes for some reason, that they phase through the glass or something. So I think I'm going to try and go ahead and redesign that system and actually have ideas for how I can make it a lot smaller and simpler, which we can go ahead and look at. But even this tiny one, like, so this one here, I got almost the right amount of white concrete, but I still lost about half a stack from what I should have had. And I made a stack, or I started off with a stack of each of these colored concretes, and I lost 12 orange concrete, a single lime concrete, 7 green concrete, 2 light blue concrete, and 3 blue concrete, and it's really, really annoying, because I have no idea where those blocks go. It just seems like they phase out of existence, and I need to figure out some way to stop that from happening, because it's really, really annoying having resources disappear. I can go, now that I have the pink concrete, I can go ahead and put the layer on the outside, and you can see how this looks. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Gives it an interesting pattern. And they're pretty colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get more of this done since I still have 4 stacks of dark gray in my inventory, plus I just made another 12 stacks of white, and I had to go on another sand gathering trip because I ran out of sand. And I don't have that much sand. I'm actually already running out of gravel too, like, it just seems ridiculous that I'm almost out of gravel again. I've never really built big things before, and like in terms of what I'm actually building compared to what other people have built, I'm not really building something that big, but it just seems like the amount of resources is just, it doesn't click with me, I guess. But I'll be back soon, and I'm really enjoying making all this stuff, so I'm not going to go away soon, hopefully.
Oh, okay. That was almost. Why? What is he doing just in the wall? What the hell?
What's back here?
What the fuck?
Oh, this is my pathway from Melvin's portal.
Oh.
Because it spat me out over there rather than creating a new space.
Ah, that's stupid.
But like this is animated.
Wait, what?
The sea lanterns are animated.
Oh,
Fancy. I suppose that makes sense since the prismarine blocks are animated too.
oh, and they're kind of from the same place.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
One thing, like, I understand. Not actually, I don't. But one thing that really annoys me, like, I like how this is at the same level as the portal, but then if I want to go to the east path, or the north path,
You have to go all the way upstairs.
or is this the north? Oh no, this is the south path. So if I want to go over to the south path, I have to go to the... Now, if I want to go to the north or the west path, I have to go all the way up here.
That's really far, actually. What the frick?
Like, just make the bloody thing level.
Make it symmetrical, dang it, Nagdad.
Also, I hope this is properly linked, because eventually I'm going to build, or eventually we'll build our own nether portal going into the city area, because I want to try and make our store basically fully automated. That it'll tell us that, oh, it needs these certain amount of things, and we'll send a signal to our redstone stuff, and we'll just pull the stuff out of the chests and send it back and restock the store. And when things get low, just puts on a little light of what's low, so we know to go ahead and build more, and we just get the diamonds. To go here. Oh man, why did I do
They
this?
went to the end? Oh no.
I meant to go to the Guardian farm. It's just I always come over here, and this is just always the place I go. And even when I leave things over here, I just go over to the end so I can go back home, and oh, I have to go through the whole thing all over again. And...
Wait, so is killing Guardian, do they like drop the sea lanterns?
Yeah, they dropped the sea lantern parts. And you can see that we've actually started decorating the portal. And I think I'm happy with the portal decoration. But, whoops, I'm still flying. I thought I was on the ground. But that's what the portal looks like. Apparently this portal, though, is 2 blocks taller than the portal we made in the Nether. So, I guess when I was counting things, I forgot to include the obsidian or something. But here is our Nether portal. We have a similar design for the portal, as well as all of these bits are color-coded, though I don't have any yellow dye, so I don't have a yellow path yet. This bit will bring you back over to the main Nether hub, and this blue path is the one that we've worked the most on. Over here will probably be a downwards elevator to connect you over to some of the people nearby who probably have Nether portals that are quite a bit lower on the map than ours are, because we're pretty high up. We're at like 86. And then over here we will have the elevator to go above ground to go ahead and build a ghast farm. So next on my list of things to do is to try and break some bedrock, which I've never done before, but I think having the ghast farm up there will make things a lot easier. Also, we filled up a lot of chests with just tons and tons of netherrack, because basically this entire thing was just completely solid netherrack, so yeah. And like, we haven't even filled out most of the paths. We literally just have this one path. So we have quite a lot more netherrack to dig out. On the bright side, if I do ever build something out of nether brick, I will have a lot of it. I can't think of anything I'm going to build out of nether brick, but I'll have a lot of it. Fortunately, there is already some broken bedrock on the other side of the nether. So literally on basically the other side of the world, so it'll be a long run over there and then a long run back to make sure that we have everything in the right place and hopefully not screw everything up. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Sploosh. No, could you? There we go. But so we'll go down that, and in not too long, we will go ahead and be able to start the Ghast farm, which would be useful, and that should significantly augment our TNT production. So we'll be getting on that soon. So I've gone ahead and put all my important stuff except for Silky the Third into this ender chest, as well as all the stuff we will need to be able to break the bedrock. And I found a spot that's at where the bedrock's only 1 layer thick. So, oh, what was that? Huh? Huh. Okay, so I think if we throw it at this corner, we should be able to go through. Oh, hey! We're on top of the Nether. Wow, that went a lot easier than I was expecting, honestly. A lot easier. Yay. So I think I've gathered all of the stuff I will need, and hopefully I haven't screwed up, because otherwise this will be sort of difficult to get back to. And I'm just following a tutorial along as we're going to be breaking this bedrock from Raging Donut, and I'll link his video in the description. But this should hopefully be all the stuff that we need. And this here will be the piece of bedrock that we're going to break. Unfortunately, because it's surrounded by other bedrock, it's sort of hard to really distinguish it. But, oh, I need redstone. Already doing well. Okay, there we go. So, I have redstone block right here. And if everything works, we should pull this back, and which I'm not seeing any broken bedrock. Ah, it is directly underneath it, and I am not in the right space. Ugh. Okay. More importantly, we know this works, and we can go ahead and do it a couple more times. I'm gonna have to probably go back to the overworld and get some more minecarts, because I do not have a lot of minecarts. And this time I can be more careful about writing down where I actually am. Okay, so I'm told we can do this. Put these in the corners. This will still take us back to the overworld, but we can't use it to get out of the overworld. Or get back to here. Let me make sure I have my... I don't have my ender pearls. Okay. Hi, so we are in our Nether testing world, and this is our first attempt at a ghast farm. This version is 1.12.2 because World Edit is not working in 1.13 and 1.14 just came out. So this is a fairly simple system. It uses sweeper arms to go back and forth to sweep the mobs into these two corridors. The mobs will drop down, and the ghast tripwire and get crushed to death by these things. Right now this farm isn't very efficient. It only produces about 1 ghast per level per hour. So this one only produces about 3 ghast per hour, which is really, really poor. And I think part of that is because realistically the ghasts can only spawn along this narrow corridor. So I think if we were able to redesign these crushing systems so that we could have these channels be wider, we could significantly increase the number of ghasts that are spawning. Because if this were 6 wide, we'd get twice as many ghasts. If it were 7 wide, we'd get 3 times as many ghasts. So on and so forth. So I'm going to try and redesign that system. And this whole farm has turned out to be significantly larger and more complicated than I had expected. And it's going to be a lot more resource intensive than I had expected. So I'm not going to go ahead and build it immediately. There's a couple things that I think I should work on first, namely rebuilding our mob farm to make it more efficient and not terrible, as well as building a slime farm to go ahead and gather all the slime and stuff that we will need. I also, before I invest this amount of resources in something, I want to make sure that it's going to work, it's going to give good yields and not give me 6 gunpowder an hour. But with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. So, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.